book lover myself, especially for Logan. I know just how magical reading can be, but getting kids to fall in love with books isn't always that easy.
Well, that is where Carrie Lane from the Allegheny County Library Association comes in. She is here with expert tips on how to spark a lifelong love of reading in your little ones. And you brought many books along here to talk about.
Yes.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
We can just start down here. So like these ones that I have up front here are board books. And so it's never too early to read to a child. So starting at birth, these are just some popular books, but like you can see this one on the bottom is broken because we read it to my son every night until he was probably like 4.
Oh, I love that.
But I love that you brought that to illustrate, because it's the reason why I love board books now, because they can't they can't rip them.
No.
Yeah.
So like they're
They
indestructible.
can wear them out.
Yes.
You can't rip
But
them.
it's well loved, so yes.
good.
And then this one here, I just brought this one to illustrate because it's about the library. Like, take them to the library, give them access to books, take them to the bookstore. There are different, like, just give them the opportunity to get books.
It's a habit that once you start it, you might as well start it young.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. All right, so what's next?
And these ones, though, like maybe you have a reluctant reader, or maybe your child might have dyslexia or another learning disability. So I brought this one. And yes, it's about going to the library, but this is actually a wonder book. So the child can plug headphones in and listen to this while they're turning the pages. So there's other ways to read a book other than just reading it. And then this one's one of my favorite ones from recently. It's a graphic novel. And this one has the dyslexic font in it, but also because it's pictures, it might be more accessible for different types of learners.
What does that mean, the dyslexic font?
It's a specific font that is, for a dyslexic reader, this might be easier to read than
I
the text.
see.
I see.
Yes.
Clearer, and the background is a little bit.
See it much more clearly.
Correct.
And I'm thinking for young toddlers, sometimes I get confused on what type of books I should be looking for. Is it bright colors? Is it lots of pictures?
I mean, it can be anything. Like, this is one my toddler loves right now, and it is a board book, but Bear Has a Belly just invites them to interact with it too. And like, we always underline, like I'll put my finger here when I read the text that might be as different, and then pointing to like the nose, because they're talking about the nose. But like this one, and it shows pictures. It's bright,
It's a
like
squirrel.
graphic.
It's very cute. Honestly, Marvin would like that book. He loves squirrels. Hey, this one in particular I am drawn to, and I saw it immediately. The Golden Girls, Good Night Girls.
So I brought those books in that pile there because we really just want kids to read anything. So that's one of my daughter's favorite books. It's not the greatest book. It's probably meant more for an adult, but like,
well,
she loves
does Blanche
it.
behave herself? Like, she doesn't say anything naughty in it, right? Okay.
No, but like, let them read anything. It doesn't really, like my son reads magazines. Magazines still count as reading. He loves this book.
Do they?
The Travis Kelce book. Yeah. Well, why not? If that's what he's into and it gets him reading about it.
So
like,
just let them choose what interests them. It might not interest you, but like, it's good for them to pick what they want to read.
As a kid, I loved reading highlights. Do they still have those
They
magazines?
do, yes.
it was always in the doctor's office.
Always. Yeah.
Well, that's a good transition too, because I said this like pile here is to make sure you have books everywhere. Like, these are great books for kids to have in the car, if you're traveling on the plane. That bird book on the bottom, we used to have at our table. So like during the pandemic, really, but like for breakfast, like you could look out the window and see. So like, have books accessible and everywhere.
Yeah.
That's fun.
There we go. And I love the firefighter books too. So thank you very much, Carrie, as always, for coming and giving us all these suggestions. They're wonderful.
Thank you.
And don't forget to check out our website for more info on this month's selected book and the activity pages that go along with it. And once again, happy reading.